So there's
Hi.
been a bit of news in the cosplay world, and so we're coming in and doing this extra like talk about the announcement that's been put up. Um, it has greatly influenced a lot of reaction from the cosplay community, and we just thought we would go through and uh, talk about the points within the statement that was released by LSS and see how it stacks up and see what what is per se like is actually written there, because I think a lot of people are just taking the no more cosplay competitions and leaving it at that. So we want to just have a bit more of an understanding of the body of the information, and where we need to ask more questions. So
Yeah.
just to premise this, I am not a competitive cosplayer. I have been a community building cosplayer, and always done kind of fun and for the love cosplays. Uh, I have competed in competitions, but I've never won anything wonderful through this endeavour. I was always to meet new people and see what others and challenge myself through competition. Um, introductions for you, Carolita?
Um, yeah, I started like in 2023 and I was amazed by how everything, worked and how everyone was so brave putting themselves out there. And there was a huge competition for Worlds in 2023 in Barcelona, and I just was very lucky to be there. And I've learned a lot from there on, and since then. And I must say that change is always hard to accept, probably. But I always like to keep a bright uh, eye on it, like a bright way to see things and to hopefully hope for the best and keep my hopes on whatever it's been done because they care. That is clear.
Mm.
And because if not, you don't get into this, into this mess of changing things and not because things are a mess or not, just because if things are running already, you just let them be. If you don't care much, you don't make the effort of actually getting into it and put new effort, new energy, and exposing yourself there, also making those changes. So I do believe that they care. They have shown that they care a lot for this community. It is their way of viewing it. And I think from there on, it is our take to make the most of it. Like, I am a positive person, I can't help that. So what I want is for everyone to hopefully get the most of this change and see this community grow. That is what I want.
Yeah, and that's where I am standing too. And I understand there's a bit of whiplash, and it is a time of year when we're all quite busy focusing on other things, family, and so what. So forth. So it did come a little bit blindsiding for some people. So that's why we had the type of reactions we possibly had. Um, very mixed. Of course, through the Discord, there's been a few different things. So this here is the cosplay update. Uh, gosh, right.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, it's nice
um,
to have the text because that way
yeah, yeah.
everyone can actually read what we are talking
Mm,
about and there are no misunderstandings
yeah,
whatsoever,
yeah.
because sometimes it is true that that sometimes LSS has been a little bit rust when making these changes, like not rust in terms of making the decision. I don't think that was
Yeah,
rust
yeah.
at all. I think this was
No,
very well
this
thought
this
through.
shows that they've thought quite a bit about what they've been
Exactly. They
doing.
have put a lot of effort in this text. I am sure of that. It looks like they tried to think of as much as they could cover.
Yeah.
It is true
Yeah.
that you cannot put out there an article of what 10,000 words to cover absolutely everything. I mean,
Yeah.
that is just not um, very efficient, right? So you have to
Yeah.
condense the information. It is clear that there will be questions. They have been very open
Yeah.
to communication and to responding and answering messages. We have seen some examples in the cosplay community. We have had a couple of persons already reach out to them and
Yeah.
them answering. Me, myself, I have asked a couple of questions, and as we go through the article, we can maybe clarify a little bit more into that.
Yeah.
Since these people have also been so kind as to share the information that they got from LSS. And there
Yeah.
is an
Yeah.
email there for questions. So I encourage everyone, if you have your questions, just ask them because
Yeah.
you never know, maybe something that is bothering you, it if further explained and
Mm.
given the chance to actually like see how it will work, maybe it
Mm.
won't bother you anymore. So we'll see how much we can cover about this, keeping
Yeah.
an open, an open perspective.
Yeah, so basically starts off with cosplayers always being one of our brightest sparks of energy at major flesh and blood events. The passion, artistry, and joy that cosplayers bring to the game create unforgettable moments for players and spectators alike. Today we are sharing an update for cosplay and flesh and blood events, one that celebrates creativity, rewards dedication, and offers some exclusive goodies for everyone who shows up in costume. So,
So there are some interesting things here already. So
mm,
first of all, they're calling it artistry. So
mm,
they are recognizing that this is an
understanding,
art,
yeah,
which is amazing by itself.
yeah,
They are already saying that they want to reward creativity and dedication, which means
yeah,
that they are going to
mm,
try to also reward consistency, which is
yeah,
nice because
which is
before
very
we
good.
couldn't see anyone getting a prize
Mm,
or some recognition for just showing up and showing up and showing up.
mm,
And we have had amazing examples. Sometimes you can't level up as fast as you would like to because
mm,
life and things, and but you still show up and you still create new costumes and you still, and if you're not very lucky with I don't know, the circumstances around the event that you participate at, maybe you will find yourself without a prize once and again and again, and if you still show up, that shows an incredible passion, and I do think that that should be rewarded. And this is something that is very nice because, for example, before with the categories, we
mm,
had the rookie category, which is amazing. It was an incredible addition for me,
yeah,
in
yeah,
my opinion. It was a nice addition because rookies deserve to be recognized as well, and they
mm, mm,
sometimes find themselves struggling to compete against other like more experienced cosplayers. So that is good. But there was a loophole there that they are covering now because
yeah,
before, for being considered a rookie, you couldn't have top four or
mm, mm,
either Wona Tail or Frankie
yeah,
now.
yeah,
But
yeah.
the thing is that you could always be like stuck in the loop of never reaching the top, like the
The top, yeah,
top, like winning
yeah,
a
yeah,
Taylor or a Frankie, but you could have top four. And if you
yeah,
have top four, you're not opting for rookie anymore. So you
mm,
could
mm,
like get stuck there, and that was very frustrating. And I've seen that in some of our friends and in the cosplay community. And
yeah, yeah.
this solves that, which is, I think, a good point, honestly.
Yeah, yeah. And yeah, so, I mean, I top forward really early, so there was no way I was ever going to be a rookie. But yeah, so starting from Compendium of Wraith, they will no longer run a traditional cosplay contest. Marquee events instead were sharing a more inclusive, immersive, collaborative approach. Celebrate, oh, what's that word? Celebratory
Approach.
approach.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, and at Pro Tours, World Championships, United States National Championships, and World Premieres, we will invite cosplayers to be part of the event itself. So so we're starting with Compendium. So some people are not as happy because there's only a couple. So February for Compendium. So we're a month out. Well, most people. logically. The big question here is for if do you want to be one of those invited people. This is a very close
Yeah,
lead in,
how
but
much time you have.
um, being compendium, as we discussed a little bit, um, it means that it will actually cover all of the heroes and all of the and some aren't, because there are some reprints with new borders and things. So
Yes.
there will be a lot more options for this particular event. Um, so that will be relevant, because as we go through, there's more different things that they are asking for. Um,
Yes,
so
for being invited or being considered. Yes, of course.
yeah,
And this was one of my questions that I made to LSS. And they said that for now they will focus on Sage, meaning
yeah,
that yes, almost all heroes have a young version that is applicable here, and that also eases up things for everyone that has been already working in a cosplay and
yeah,
that might want to show it up at London,
yeah,
because that opens the door for everyone that has had already time working on what they were preparing, which is nice. Because as you
yeah,
say, we don't have a lot of time. It is true. That's what I was saying when I said that sometimes things come rust in a way, not because
mm,
the decision is rust itself, but because the time that we have before, like, from we know what what is going to change and the actual event is kind of close.
mm,
That is something that has been a big concern in the community because, as you said, sometimes we take a lot of time to
mm.
prepare cosplays. Me, myself,
Me
everyone
myself
that
as
I
well.
know
Yeah.
spend a lot of time when it comes to actually crafting a new cosplay. But it is true
Mm.
that this allows everyone that was already working in Hero more or less to adapt
Yeah.
to this competition in particular because Sage is very wide, which
Yeah.
is it makes it better.
But
I think that will apply
it's
too for Pro Tour because I don't think we're having a new collection, a new
no new
set
set before. Yeah.
before PT Yokohama, which means that this will apply also for PT Yokohama, which is
Yeah.
also good news in that sense.
Yeah. Yeah. So what each major event will feature four invited cosplayers who will join them on site throughout the weekend, participate in special bounties and side events, celebrate alongside their community, receive a paid room during the events. Um, so that's got stated times for each of the different types of events.
Yes, because some are
Receive
longer than others, of course,
yeah,
in duration.
and receive a Coldwell Frankie make ends meet and additional goodies, packages, cosplay, participation cards, and promo cards, etc. So
Yes.
they've left it a little bit open for there might be more offered to them. This is what they've got at present. So they've presented to us what they've got at
Yes.
present, but they've left it a little bit open. Um, and I
Dean
think
from
you
our
asked a
community.
question
No, it
about
was Dean.
someone
Yes,
asked in the
someone from our
community. Yeah,
community as well. Shared was so kind to share the answers that they got for this question in
yeah,
particular, asking a little bit more of information
yeah,
because it says that there will be also some cosplay packs,
yeah.
and it also says that it will be later on in 2026, and I think they wanted to ask a little bit more about that. And I guess that you take time to craft something as a cosplay pack. It will be similar in a way, I'm guessing,
Mm.
to judges packs, for example, which is
Yeah,
amazing. It's an amazing addition for us
yeah.
cosplayers. And yes, they said allow me to read the answer that they got for this, and they said yes. For London, we will have participation prizes, cards, and playmats, which is not included in the article so far.
Yeah.
We haven't seen that. And
Mm.
for everyone that decides to show up in cosplay, on top of that, everyone in cosplay will play this Saturday promo event for free. This appears here a little bit later on because this is for the ones that are not invited. This is not for the
Mm.
guest cosplayers. This is just for the people that show up in cosplay, not necessarily invited by
Mm.
LSS. And then we will prepare a Google form soon it is true that we are really eager to see how that form looks. Everyone in the community is very curious about it. And it says we will be looking for 4 guest cosplayers that on top of the above, on top of the playing the promo event and the cards and playmats participation prices, we'll have a free room from Thursday to Monday in this case, because obviously we see there that it's like a world premiere,
Yeah,
and a cold foil Frankie, a go again package that doesn't appear there,
yeah,
and some extra goodies while playing for free at designated events over the weekend.
yeah, yeah.
That is the
Yeah,
yeah
so it makes it
the
sound
answer.
like there will be some free time for yourself because you're going to have that go again package. The only way to spend some of that is to actually go and spend it. So you may, it sounds like you may have some time to yourself. You're not going to be LSS's worker for the full 4 days or three
I
days
guess
or
so.
whatever.
I mean,
It,
they also
no,
will bear in mind the prep time, I guess.
yeah, yeah. So to be one of the guests, they're going to go. There's always going to be one top tier cosplayer, someone with exceptional craftsmanship who has earned the respect of the community. Um, there is a lot of people who actually fit this bill. A lot of people are saying, "Well, that's only Carolina and Rachel." Well, I think yourself, Carlota, Essa.
Oh well.
There is some Asian cosplayers. The Timorin, and a few other ones are J- JM, or yeah, there are some very accomplished ones across the board. If people are thinking it's just the Rachel and Carolina show, or Carlotta, or there are a lot of people who
There are
actually
many.
fit
Yeah,
into this bill.
absolutely.
Um,
Absolutely. I think
People think
Esse,
that
for
it's
example, has
and
incredible skills.
mm, yeah,
Holly has incredible skills.
Holly
I
has incredible
have
skills.
seen, yes, she won 2 tailors last year. One
Yeah, and
for
I
Rookie,
think
I
she
think, in
fits.
PT Amsterdam, and another one in Montreal, at least that
Mm,
I'm aware of. I don't know if I'm missing something else here, but I do think that at least she got those two. And her cosplays are always amazing. And
yeah.
Esther is incredible. We know that already. He won in
Mm,
PT Amsterdam. He could have, no, sorry, he won in Worlds Barcelona. He could have won.
mm,
It was very close to. I think he was very close to Carolina. Let's remember that in back in those times there was only one tailor.
mm,
Carolina's cosplay, it was Balance of Justice. It was
yeah,
incredible, and it is
yeah,
true that Essa was amazing as well as posing the tips there. He was very
yeah,
close. We've had many examples throughout the years
yeah.
of people
And
showing up and showing incredible craftsmanship. My friend Alexandra is also
yeah,
incredible. She has showed up as
mm. So, oh yes,
Prism,
Black
Victoria
Widow?
with
Yeah,
the angel and the
yeah,
banner. It
yes.
it's just
There's
some people
yeah,
are just not as known
yeah.
or as facially recognizable as Carolina and Rachel,
Yeah.
but there are a lot of people that are
There are a
really
lot of
really good
people who
here.
fit in this group, and
Yes,
they all have our full um backing as a community as well. And our respect because they all work very hard. And not to take away from Carolina and Rachel because they do
of
an
course.
exceptional job as well. It's just to make the wider community aware that there is a lot of cosplayers that will fit in this bill. Um, and
I do believe
yeah,
so. Yes,
yeah.
yes,
And then yeah, 1 to 2 accomplished cosplayers. So there's experienced, great cosplayers. So this I feel like it's those people who always get top 10s, top fours. Like we're talking like the Brute cosplayer. He's always in the top fours. He's really cool. There is people like that we know make
I
brilliant
don't remember
builds.
now, but yeah, a lot of people.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, there is this girl also from I don't know. Well, there's Ran Sasaki.
yeah,
Of
yeah,
course.
yeah.
I
Run,
mean,
yeah,
she's
yeah,
an
yeah. I
incredible
always use
cosplayer.
her.
I think
Yeah, I
she
always
won with Ira.
yeah,
She won Rookie, and then she
yeah.
has top four a couple of times as well. There
And
is
she also
there
won
are
an
many
event
people who are
playing.
incredible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ren also into. Yeah, I always go back to her cosplay name. She's also Tinrin.
Turan, yeah.
But that yeah, so yeah, that's Ren, and she also just did really well in the
Uh,
game.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
yes, he won a battle
you
hat
won.
and yeah,
Yeah,
kudos to her. I mean, girl, you rock. That was amazing. That was incredible to see. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
She's
So
great. I
yeah,
happened to play against her at one side event in I think it was in PT London and we had so much fun. She's
yeah.
the nicest
No,
girl.
the brilliant player and cosplayer. So yeah,
Oh,
there's a lot of
Henrik as well, for
Henrik.
example. Henrik
Henrik would be in this
could be
category.
in this
So
group as
most
well, for
definitely.
example. I mean, I can think of so many people. Some of them I don't know their real name because I always think of them like in the cosplay disco. They have
Yeah,
this
yeah,
tag. Yeah, so it's funny to sometimes I can't come up with their real names,
yeah.
but there are so many people that could absolutely fit these
Into this bill.
categories and that will do amazing. And I'm very happy.
Yeah, I'm
Whoever is
hoping
chosen,
I
I think
kind of
it will
fit
be
into
great.
here, but I haven't done anything lately because cosplays cost money. So yeah, I just haven't. Um,
You have done some incredible work, Lynette. I do know that. I
just
do know
nothing
that.
recently.
No, no, no.
I've been
Don't.
a
I
stepping
think
back.
you've been working on Frankie as well, right?
Yeah, but I don't feel like I will be finishing here, unfortunately, with these changes.
Oh well, we'll see about that. Maybe you
Yeah,
will. Maybe you will.
maybe I'll do it
You
for
just
some
have to
content.
find the motivation at some point.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
absolutely. It calls you. It's like a
yeah,
cosplay calls to you. It's not that you
mm,
choose them. They choose you.
yeah. And then this is the one I'm a little bit concerned about.
Hmm.
1 to 2 emerging cosplayers. Um, so
Someone who is
this,
new to the community, no, and wants to join the festivities. Yes.
yeah, this
Yeah.
one's going to be harder to pick, I believe, um, because inviting someone and giving them the remuneration that they are, um, not to put down newer cosplayers, but it's an unknown for the standard. So I'm hoping they're taking someone who's done a couple of cosplays but hasn't gone into top fours or whatever at this point.
That would be my take
And
as well.
then,
Like someone that would
and
qualify as rookie still.
yeah, and I
That is
think,
more
and
like
for the
my reading of this. Yes.
yeah, and I think
Yeah.
for future, that might be someone who's turned up to the side event and done photos and stuff. But at this point, I think it's going to be that way, like a
Yeah. Yeah,
semi-rookie kind of
like
person.
rookies. Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Yes. I do hope for that too,
yeah.
honestly.
And then
And
hopefully in the future, they find people that really enjoyed
that
doing
are
the
showing
side
up.
events.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Because I think the whole point of this is making the community grow
Mm,
and trying to motivate everyone and to encourage everyone to keep showing up, even if you haven't been selected the first time or the second time. It's okay. I mean, either way, in the last format, the format that we have had up till now, you showed up and you got nothing because if you didn't win, if you didn't top four,
you
you
got
didn't
a
get anything
needle and
but the
a
participation promos or
yeah,
the
you got a
participation
needle.
prizes. So it's the same. It's just the
Yeah,
same. But I mean, in this case, you are like earning earning that recognition by
yeah,
showing up as well. They are going to
yeah, and you
bear
get a
that in
chance
mind
of
in the
getting
future. You're
a
getting a chance.
rainbow
Yes,
spoiled
you're
Frankie.
like buying tickets for this. Like you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like you're accumulating experience for then getting chosen. So I think
Mm,
there's nothing to lose really. I mean, I
mm,
don't think this discourages people or this is not meant to discourage people when it comes to showing up in costume
mm.
even if they have been selected or not. This
Yeah,
is on the others, on the contrary, they are trying for people to understand that they are going to reward consistency. That is how I read it. And
yeah,
consistency means showing up. And showing up when you are selected and when you're not. Because even if you have been selected already and you think, oh, I did my I did my job that's it now I don't have to worry about it until next year. No, maybe next year if you apply and you want to be selected they will say yes but you didn't show up for the in the last 8 months or whatever. And
yeah.
I understand
But I
that
mean,
things
I
happen.
I
Of
think that
course
for
life gets
some
in the way.
yeah,
Of
I
course,
think for
I
some
mean,
cosplayers we kind of try to focus on one event at the moment or 2 events and share it out.
yeah,
So I don't know if
that also
saying you
happens.
can't do it because you haven't turned up to anything might be a bit hard. Um, but it does. they do say that they're going to consider to fill. You'll have to fill out
A
an
form.
listing of interest,
Yes.
and that they may potentially do some invites to smaller events for one or two cosplayers,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
I like the sound of because I generally only kind of make it to smaller events, so that
In
might
your
open it up
region,
for
it's easier for you, of
regional
course.
ones. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that might open it up for more people to take that chance,
Yeah.
depending on
Yep.
which ones they choose. Um,
No,
and
but I'm not saying that they will or they should punish someone for not showing up. That is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that if you say in the form you say that you are available and then you finally don't show up because you were not selected,
yeah.
maybe that can go against you. That is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Because
So if you
because
apply and
obviously
don't, yeah,
you are already saying that you are available and that you want
yeah,
to
yeah,
go. So if
yeah,
then you just say, "Oh, I wasn't selected," then I'm not going to do anything. That could potentially maybe been
yeah,
be
yeah,
seen
maybe.
as they just want to be invited and that's it. You know what I mean? And it goes
Yeah,
a little bit against the spirit of that consistency they're looking for, that showing
yeah,
up
yeah,
spirit. You know that I don't know, that participation spirit
yeah.
that they are trying to aim for.
So they
That
did
is all
give
I'm saying. I'm not saying
a little bit
yeah.
of a thing here. By the end of 2026, a minimum of 28 cosplayers will have received the Coalfield Frankie ends meet. So that kind of gives us an indication to how many events they want to be doing it for. If you try and do the math.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's like those seven events. Like no, normally,
Yeah,
it's like Pro Tour 2,
yeah.
Worlds, um, and like
Premiere,
some world
two
premieres
premieres.
plus the US Nats, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So that's seven. Yeah,
yeah. So
exactly. It fits and it adds up. And also it says a minimum of 28 cosplayers will have received a call for Frankie. And also then it says something about the cards as well, like
mm,
extra cards coming in the cosplay pack, which is,
yeah.
I think, very
Yeah, yeah.
interesting.
So even if you're not one of the four selected cosplayers, we want you to make sure you're still recognised and rewarded for your efforts. Starting at after London, maybe they might
Yeah.
change that. All cosplayers attending the event in costume will receive a free entry to the Saturday evening promo event and a brand new cosplay pack
Yes, this is
coming
what
late
already
26.
they
Yeah,
already
so
confirmed that the
you've
promo
changed it
event
a
is
little bit.
happening in London. They are
Mm,
going to invite everyone to the promo event, everyone that shows up in cosplay. The
mm.
cosplay pack, however, is taking a little bit longer because obviously they have to like actually craft
Make the
the
pack.
yeah,
Mm.
make the packs exactly. But there is going to be some participation prizes still, like cards and playmats. They confirmed that
Yeah, yeah,
in
yeah.
that
So
email that Dean was so
until the
kind
cosplay packs
to
arrive, there is still something for those people that just not the
exactly.
cosplay packs that they're intending to give out.
Exactly.
Um,
Yes. Yes. And we
that,
have talked about this. We have talked about this this concern that the community has that some people are just going to try and take advantage of this these
mm,
benefits or these offerings that LSS is yeah,
yeah,
like offering to the
uh,
cosplay community.
mm,
And we come up with some ways, right? You
yeah,
and me to maybe stop those concerns. Like
yeah,
we do believe, guys, that we are a great community. We have fought a lot of really hard for all that we have, and we have
yeah,
created with so much passion. And we do believe that that people will take care of people, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. And it is a full-on respect thing. Respecting LSS by understanding the making of things and not just buying something because we're all here for the love of the game and that's why we create these items.
Yeah,
So the old rules will still apply, and I
exactly.
believe,
This is why.
yeah, So all costumes must be related to Flesh and Blood characters or cards. All cosplayers must meet 30 minutes prior to the start of the promo event on Saturday to have their costume photographed and receive their prizes. Each costume must be handmade, prefabricated, prefabricated or store-bought, commissioned, or rental costumes or props are still not permitted. It is expected that some costumes may include minor elements such as wigs, shoes, or fabric that has been purchased as a general rule at about 75% of what is being
Brought to the event. Yeah,
must be handmade.
exactly.
Um,
So this
and
is
the
very
normal,
important for us, right? For like
yeah,
the
yeah,
cosplay community will be very thankful for everyone showing their respect for the craftsmanship and the artistry that cosplay represents and that cosplay is. And
yeah,
we will be really happy to welcome everyone with open arms and
mm,
help everyone with guidance or what with I don't know with tips with whatever they might need to ensure that these rules are like accepted and well performed by everyone because we don't want people showing up in a store-bought costume or a commissioned costume just for the free promo. Lynette and I, we have had a conversation about this. It's like cheating
mm,
at an event, guys. It's like it doesn't make sense. And people talk. This is a small community. We will probably know if
yeah,
someone is doing that. We will probably
mm,
know it. We will probably spot that,
yeah,
and
yeah.
we will not like it because that is a way of disrespecting the time and effort and
Yeah, it's
passion that we put into
disrespecting
this.
the cosplay community and it's also disrespecting the wider Flesh and Blood community, to be honest.
And the efforts of LSS trying to do this. I mean,
Mm,
I don't think LSS wants that either. If not, they
mm,
wouldn't have applied the this rule, this
mm,
75% rule. They still want us to be passionate about creating. It's about
yeah,
creating, about artistry. They said it in their words.
mm,
Artistry. That means that
mm,
you have to also commit to this. And that is what we are expecting from all of you. Coming from whatever you are coming, I mean, we can't wait for this community to grow. We have
yeah,
always trying, been trying to make it bigger and bigger and better.
yeah,
And I think it goes in the benefit of all. It
yeah,
goes,
yeah,
you know, in the best way. We just
yeah. And I
want
just,
them to,
mm,
yeah, this is a trust confidence relationship,
yeah,
right? Like if you
hmm,
break that trust, probably LSS will have something to say as well, and we will have something to say as well, the
yeah, yeah.
cosplayers. It's like
And I'll
cheating
come,
on the tables, like at a calling. You wouldn't
yeah,
like
yeah,
that, right?
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
it's just the same.
Um, yeah, we'll come back to the special event for cosplayers that just turn up. It doesn't actually say that you have to be the set that's current for these particular people. Um, when we were going through the being picked to be a person, that it says that if you are making a current costume, it will give you preference, but it won't make you first necessarily. It just, if it's a current costume, you will get preference over if you are able to. I got, obviously, because not everyone is able to.
It definitely
Um,
looks like that on the
yeah,
article. I think it's a little bit earlier on,
yeah, it's a little bit
maybe
earlier,
a
but
tiny bit
they're
earlier.
also
Yeah.
saying that for those people who just come in their cosplays on that day or for the promo event, they will come together 30 minutes before the promo event to take photos and videos of your cosplay to share and celebrate your hard work and talent and your contribution to making the weekend a truly incredible experience. For everyone who attends is important and significant and deserves to be seen and appreciated. That almost needs to be at the bottom, but yeah.
It's okay. I mean, yeah, yeah. I mean, and also
Mm,
there's something here that we didn't comment on. That is the exclusive cards to be a Frankie Make Ends Meet deck, including the chance to open a Rainbow Fall version of Frankie
yeah,
herself,
that's
which is
what's going
very
to be in the cosplay
interesting.
pack. Yeah.
I think, right?
Mm,
Like that means that they are giving exclusive cards to Frankie, which will probably also make Marvel Frankie, the cold foil Frankie, even
Yeah.
more valuable, which is
Mm,
also
mm.
another way of pricing and valuing cosplayers.
Yeah, yeah. But as with everything, you want to be able. You would have to sell it, and some people will be keeping it, and that is their also choice.
Absolutely. I
Yeah,
haven't
yeah.
got rid
So,
of my two tailors yet.
I probably never
I
getting rid of
have
my
them.
tailor at
I
this
have my
point.
two tailors there. Yeah. Yeah. It's hard to let go. It's hard to let go, honestly. It is. And yeah, and I mean, there have been so many reactions. We are not here to represent anyone. We can't talk um from the perspective of others. I do
Mm,
understand how some people have felt really sad and frustrated by the
mm,
changes. We've seen that. We've seen it online. I think you try to reach out to for more people to join this
yeah.
call, and and it has been hard, and it's sad that
It's still
Carol
very
and
fresh, right?
Rachel didn't make it, because I would have loved to have them as well in this
Mm.
debate, because I do think that every perspective counts, and it's not about saying that this is
Who's wrong or
perfect.
right?
It's
Everybody's,
not. It's just
yeah.
about trying your best
Mm,
to just, I don't know, to offer an opportunity and see where this goes,
mm,
and to stay open in terms of your perspective and your hopes. I do
mm.
have a lot of hope that this has been done with the best intentions. I
Yeah,
do believe that my rookie self would have loved this, honestly.
yeah, yeah.
I
Um,
think there are a lot
yeah.
of people that can feel intimidated by the word judge. It's not about the judges themselves. I
Mm,
have been a
mm,
judge in Montreal. I tried to be as nice as I could, but still the
mm,
word judge has some weight to it, and some
mm.
people might feel like, I don't know, like scared a little bit, and I felt that way, honestly, in Barcelona. I was scared to death, because it was Rachel who was judging that competition. She was the nicest, the most
Yeah,
lovely
Rachel's a wonderful
judge
person. Yeah.
that you could imagine, and still I was terrified,
Yeah.
because I mean, you feel the pressure. You feel the pressure as a rookie, and she was already a huge figure
Mm,
in the cosplay in this community, and I mean, it can be hard. And I want people to participate. And I've heard already people from my community and from the big leagues, the pro players. Some of them are even considering to
yeah.
join
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
now. Hopefully,
And
meeting
more
with
the
those
merrier.
requirements of the 75%, please, guys.
I
But
mean,
I would be
Michael
so happy.
Hamilton, Michael Hamilton did do a cosplay. And was
You
it him that
see,
did Olympia?
that is
Or was it
great.
someone else?
That would
I
be
would.
amazing.
I'm pretty
I mean,
sure it
if we
was a
can
fight.
bring Michael Hamilton and everyone on board, I
Yep.
can't poke Pablo Pintor enough to do Bravo, you know? I'm
Yeah, yeah.
trying so hard.
Oh my gosh,
So
he would be a
hard.
brilliant Bravo.
I know. I'm going to get him to watch this, and hopefully I will get him there. But we'll see. I mean, this also offers more opportunities in that sense as well, because the possibility of not having those judging slots, the time that you have to reserve for that during the day allows you to maybe play the calling. At least in
Yeah,
short callings, like in this case for London, for
yeah,
Sage, we will hopefully have the time to play the calling, and then show up for
mm,
the pictures and for the promo event and everything else, and
yeah,
celebrate all together.
yeah.
But
Because I
I
mean,
can't wait for that, for
we're
seeing
all
people
players,
dressed at the
right?
tables, like, wouldn't that be
Yeah,
cool? That sounds
yeah.
amazing. And I know some
Yeah,
people are sad about if you want to take this one, because some of the people are of our community are a bit concerned about the bigger builds.
yeah, yeah. So your bigger builds are going to be a little bit harder because they will have a problem, like things like an Oldham as or even Hendrix big pulverize are going to be ones that are going to be very hard to take to tables. So that's going to be
Yeah,
we might not see as many big builds as we have done in the past. That and also kind of lead up time for some people. Um, I'm just going to show one of the pictures from one of our very early.
Yes, please.
Um,
So you can, yeah, so that we can get an idea what we are talking
so
about.
this was one of our very early. This was the first cosplay competition. Um,
How lovely. And
yeah,
you can see the people showed up like in huge numbers,
yeah, yeah. This is the
right?
very first one. Yeah, and you can see um, like there are very good cosplays here, but you can also see how far we've come with the cosplayers as well. I
Yeah, you can
mean,
see so many different levels of like experience there, and
yeah,
it's
yeah,
great because that
yeah.
means growth as well.
Yeah, exactly. And I think there was two tailors and a book given out at this event. But
Oh,
yeah,
amazing. The book
yeah,
is just full,
um, yeah. I'll just
the
see if I
best.
can make it bigger. There we go. That's better. So yeah, so that it's quite good. And understanding that some things just can't be brought to the table. So we, some people are mourning the big bills, and I kind of understand that.
Me
And
too, I understand. Yeah.
and also the if you look at this and you look at more recent pictures, you can see how much we've grown through competition, and some people feel like not having the competition might drop the quality of what we get. But I don't know. I think most people are going to try and better themselves each time. So your first one might be a little bit simple, but
Absolutely.
then you're
Yeah.
going
Yeah,
to
something that
keep
you can sit
improving,
on, that you can
you know?
actually sit at a table and play. In my case, for example,
Mm,
last year I was lucky enough to win two tailors,
mm,
and in the first case I brought Black Widow. With Black
mm.
Widow, obviously I wouldn't have been able to play at the
No,
tables. It was
no.
like a very huge frame of blades and yeah,
Mm,
so that would have been impossible. So am I going to miss the possibility of doing that? Yes, most probably at some point, because there will be
mm,
something in because um FAB has Flesh and Blood has an incredible art, and
mm,
we are so lucky to have so many
mm.
challenging, incredible artists that give us ideas, these crazy ideas, right? Of coming up with an angel with
Yeah, yeah,
huge wings, or Black Widow with the blades,
yeah, yeah,
and we're going to probably miss that at some point when we see
yeah.
new art coming with those incredible arts in there. But it is true that my second win of Taylor was Bedens. She was a much more comfortable
Yeah.
costume in that sense. It was, however,
Mm,
much harder in terms of technique and
yeah.
little
Oh,
details and everything. It was much
beautiful.
harder to craft than
Yeah.
Black Widow. So people shouldn't think that because we are going to be less spectacular in the sense of a big,
Mm,
very spottable costume, we are going to do less work, or we are going to lower our standards or our level of craftsmanship.
yeah.
We are
Um,
still going to go hard, but just
yeah.
on the other side of cosplaying, on the
Mm,
side that allows us to
yeah.
actually sit and play. Which is also
Yeah, yeah.
something that we all want, right? Because why are we
Yeah.
here if not? Everyone
Yeah.
wants to.
Yeah.
Everyone that I know is passionate about the game and wants to
Mm,
play games as well. So playing
yeah.
in costume is just another nice opportunity. I do understand the other way to see it. Yes, of course.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
sad that I won't be able to make, I don't know, a huge build and have fun with it. I
Yeah.
mean, you
Yeah.
still can. Of course you can. You can,
Yeah.
because it doesn't say anywhere there that you have to for getting the if you are not one of the invited
Invite.
cosplayers or guest cosplayers, you can still show up with the build that you want. I
Mm,
don't think they're going to force you to play the promo event. That is just an added benefit, I guess.
yeah. Yeah.
I
I
mean,
think
if
that's
you don't
why.
want to play it or you can't play it, it's still okay. You get your participation
Yeah.
prizes, you get the picture, and you are
Yeah.
still putting yourself out there and showing
Mm,
up to be considered next time when you want to be selected. You will have like that extra, you know,
yeah. Exactly.
background that
Mm,
will justify your choosing, right?
yeah.
So
Yeah.
it is still good. I mean, everyone that wants to go ahead and make a big build, they still can.
Yeah.
It's not about that. It's just that you will
Yeah.
probably not be invited with that because you can't sit at the tables
Unless they're going
without
to give you
hurting
a
someone.
special seat, so that they might make an exception and give you a special seat if
Imagine,
it's
yeah,
something
I mean, that could
spectacular.
happen.
I
And
don't
I
know.
do believe that there
Um,
will be commissions still at some point, maybe not
yeah,
now, immediately,
yeah,
but they have always done it. Like from time to time, they have like had commissions happening, and maybe they, since this has changed, maybe they will choose bigger commissions for next
yeah.
times. Like next time they have a commission open, it will be for a big
Mm,
build,
mm,
to still show off those because
yeah. Mm,
you never
yeah.
know. I mean, they're
Yeah.
not saying that that is not going to happen. They're just saying that. Oh, that was
Yes.
the first
Yeah.
Taylor, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And
First
yeah,
Taylor.
because
So that's Carolina.
she had this
She.
full circle moment at Montreal.
Yeah.
I was judging there, and it was so yeah, it was so exciting to see that she got the last one of the last
One of the
Taylors because
last
it was
ones.
four back then in Montreal,
Yeah.
but she got one of the last Taylors as well, and it was like a full circle moment,
And
and
she always says that she didn't know why she got it for this one. She doesn't feel like it's great work, but that's because she's improved so greatly.
of course, we have all grown. I mean, we
Mm,
see her quality now. If
mm,
you could have seen her in Montreal, it was just it was mind
yeah.
blowing,
And
honestly.
these were two invited, very accomplished MTG cosplayers. There was a third that was with them that did Dash, but it was like a modification of her MTG kind because she does that kind of fiery kind of character, so it kind of worked for her. But these two were invited judges at the first event, and that's
Oh.
kind of where we're going back to, kind of where you apply to be there, and then you're like a feature person kind of thing. And I think it takes the a little bit out of their hands because they were kind of going and inviting people like Carolina and people like that to come and be the special guests. Um, Now we can apply, so they've got more range of people to choose from as well in that sense.
I think I think most of all we need to wait and see what happens. Like
Mm,
with everything else, like every time they make changes to anything to the banned and restricted, there are a lot of movement there
mm,
on the social media and everywhere and in the communities, and it's normal because a lot of people like it, a lot of people don't like it. There are always different opinions, obviously,
yeah,
because we are all human and we can all have our own way of seeing things. And
yeah,
it's great because that also offers new perspectives, new ways of growing, and more room for improvement as well. And
yeah. Mm,
in this case, it was just the same, right?
yeah,
Uh, of course, there's always going to be people who see things differently. And then
mm,
there's also times when something hits you in a way the first time you think of it. And
mm,
then sometimes you give it some time and it finally wins you over. Like
yeah,
with
yeah,
time, if it proves itself to be a good thing, I am sure that no one will be against it. Oh, this is lovely. I'm actually considering young Azalea
I've
for
also done Young
for London because
Azalea.
I mean I do play Azalea and it's Sage and I probably
Mm,
will play the Calling.
mm,
So if this is easily wearable for the tables
yeah,
as well. So yeah, that might be one of my options for London, since I have several cosplays that I always that I started and then never
mm,
finished. That I
yeah,
think that
yeah,
happens to every one of us. I do have some possibilities there that I might explore. Oh, this is great. Your take on
yeah.
Django Celia there as well.
Yeah, that's my Young Azalea, but yeah.
How lovely.
I made
I
two
might reach
costumes from
out
that
if I
purpose.
finally go for it. I might reach out and ask you
Yeah.
for tips.
Um, but yes,
I
it's
mean, Azalea is one of your expertise. I
uh,
know that.
well, my deaf dealer. I mean, I kind of Yeah, I've remade her a couple of times, but we'll get there.
I know, I know. That is great.
If you got some
So
duct
yeah,
tape and some plastic signboard, and you could make
and
them.
a lot of
That's what I made it from.
how was it
Yeah,
like fairy powder fairy powder, right? Like fairy powder and unicorn farts. Is that
yeah,
how
yeah.
they
That's
say
the
it?
one. That's what we all live on,
A
right?
lot of faith to hold it together. Yeah, it always happens. My first cosplay was Sienna, and it also was very challenging for me, and it all held together with a lot of faith and good
Yeah, yeah. A lot of
intentions
faith.
as well. Like me hoping that it wouldn't fail me. But look how far we've come, and I'm
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if there's something else that you want to add.
I just feel like our community, I mean, our Discord has been very busy, or we're not going to um talk too much about specific things people have been saying, but a lot of people are just
It's been rough.
reeling in the
It's been a rough
news.
couple of days.
It's been a
It's
rough
okay.
couple of days, and
And it's okay.
and
It's okay to speak up and say what bothers you. I tend to
yeah,
be more of a conciliatory person.
yeah,
Like I try
yeah,
to put myself in different
yeah,
perspectives before I actually come up with a
yeah, yeah.
clear
I'm a whole
opinion of
picture kind
anything.
of person too.
I
Yeah,
know, but I do appreciate people talking their
well,
minds out. Like I
yeah.
mean that is
We're all
that is
passionate.
valid
That's
as
the
well.
thing.
Yes, exactly. They're passionate about it. They need to they feel the need to say something. They say it. It's I
Yeah,
mean, and a
and
lot of
it's a
people
safe place to do so. Yeah,
agree with you and some people disagree with you and it gets
it's
into a
just life.
conversation. It's just that I like conversations that are a little bit like more constructive that when we see some what we see sometimes in social media, because social media are very short condensed
Mm,
forms of speaking,
yeah, and
and
context is a big thing, right?
also the writing is not the same as speaking. I can
Yeah,
write something to you and it can sound harsh, and
mm,
maybe I'm not being harsh at all. It's just how I worded it, you know.
yeah,
So I tend to be more of a fan of this kind of format where I can actually express myself with everything that I have in me,
yeah, yeah,
and not only with like 10, 20, 15 words, you know.
yeah, yeah.
That can be a little bit risky because
I,
sometimes,
it
yeah,
can be.
people
Yeah,
can misread it, or I don't
yeah.
know.
Context. Yeah.
Yeah, everything that goes, yeah,
Yeah,
there.
and I think the feel is this is a sudden change, and it will take a little moment for us to take it in and work out where each of us is. As most people probably on the outside do not know, a lot of cosplay takes a lot of planning and a lot of working out where you're going to do things. And unfortunately, this announcement has turned some people's year plan, because a lot of us have to plan quite ahead, upside down. And so now they're in a position where it's almost Christmas for a lot of people, family time. And so it's just some time needs to be taken for a lot of people to be able to work out where to go from here. Um, as I mean, I work full time.
Yeah, me
I,
too.
I have to plan. If I'm going to do something impactful, I have to do it over months. Um, and I know a lot of people are in that position as well. I mean, cosplay is by no means a free art. It costs time and effort and also resources. A lot of people are doing a realignment, and some of us are quiet about it, some of us are a little bit louder. But please understand that we all still very much love what LSS is doing for us and Flesh and Blood, and love the game, and we love the game for foremost. We wouldn't be here otherwise, you know. That hopefully the outer world sees that, and not that um, we. I mean, there's a ban and restricted, and there's always someone very upset. When we let them be upset and then work from there, it's the same kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Like every kind of change needs some time to adjust,
Mm,
and hopefully it is for the best.
Yeah.
Um, in my case, for example, it is not something that I would have necessarily asked for in the sense
Mm.
that I have been doing well last year.
Yeah.
I mean, this year, I think I've had a good year.
Mm.
I have no complaints with the format that we had because it allowed me to push my limits in the best way,
Yeah.
and
And grow.
I did grow a lot. I won
Mm.
two Taylors, so I obviously
Mm.
I am more than thrilled with the balance of my year. I went to
Mm.
two cosplay contests, which were like World Premiere Prague and then for the Hunted, and then it was PT London, and in each one of them with Black Widow and then with Verdance, I did have one tailor for each, for craftsmanship and then for accuracy. I skipped the rookie one, which I am sad for, but things happen. And um, and then I had the opportunity to judge a cosplay contest in in Montreal in
Yeah.
Super Slam's world premiere. So it's not like I was unhappy with the previous format in my case in particular, but what I can say is that without having necessarily needed it, me myself, um, because I was doing well with the old format, I do understand that some people might need this change to take the leap.
Yeah. Yeah.
And my rookie self, as I said, my rookie self would have been probably uh, very relieved and happy to see this happening because it's always hard to start. And if that helps us grow, I am willing to give in the things that the community thinks that we might have lost or that come as a loss. Like for example, the bigger bills or I don't know or whatever it is there that that will be lost with this change. It
Mm.
is okay if we are doing it for the best. Like growth also sometimes comes with loss, and I think this can be a very good thing for the community. I do
Yeah.
have high hopes. I do believe that LSS is going to try their best. I do think that they
The
care so
best of
much
intentions are
for this
definitely here.
community, and the
Mm.
cosplay pack
Mm.
shows it, and
Mm.
the efforts that they have put in this change shows that too. I
Mm.
don't believe that they are going to let that go away
Mm.
by messing up with other aspects that are concerning the community. I don't
Yeah.
think that they are
Mm.
going to try to do it in the best way.
Mm.
I do have faith that they are going to try to enforce more or less the rules that say 75%. I mean, 75% is like a very sounds like a very specific number, and at the same time is like very
Yeah. Mm.
you
Mm.
know, very,
Yeah.
very variable concept
Yeah.
because, you know,
Mm.
what 75% in a body of a person
Mm.
is like something that is not exactly countable, you know,
Yeah.
but I think that they will still be quite serious when it comes
Mm.
to spotting the people that don't belong in this
Mm.
community, and we will be there too. I think.
Yeah.
I think cosplayers from all around the world will join forces as well in order to avoid being taken advantage of or taken, you know,
Yeah.
taken, yeah,
Yeah. I think that it's
hopefully.
as a whole, it as
Because
a
I know that
whole.
that concerns a lot of people. That's why I'm
Mm.
saying this. That
Mm.
there has been a lot of conversations in the Discord cosplay.
Mm.
For the people out there, if you are not from the cosplay community, we do have a cosplay Discord that is
Yeah.
amazing. That has a lot of activity. That not everyone is in there, but a lot of people are in there.
We got 120 odd people in that
So
Discord. Yeah. That
almost,
come in and out.
I would say most of us are there. The
Yeah.
bigger names are there as well. We have conversations. We do know each other. Most of
Mm.
us are friends, and we do know how we feel. And
Yeah. Yeah.
there have been people that have felt really sad about this.
Mm.
And I just want them to, I just want to reassure everyone that that this can actually mean something good,
Yeah.
and
Most
that
definitely.
we will have to fight for it too. The cosplay
Yeah.
community
Yeah.
will have to, you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
put
And I
some
mean,
effort in
there
there
is
as well, like in
there is that
everything.
little bit of competition that will still exist, in a sense, for those slots. because you will be competing, but it will not be out in the open, which is, I mean, a thing. So that I guess is a little bit of concern because we're competing for 4 slots.
Some
Um,
people are asking for feedback in that sense. Like, for example, why
yeah,
it wasn't, some people are concerned about why was it not chosen or whatever. I
yeah,
don't know.
yeah.
Maybe
They
we will
say,
have a
oh,
person there that is in charge of all of that, and maybe they will be able to offer some feedback still,
yeah,
like
yeah. Well, we're
a
not.
judge would, like a judge
Yeah,
would, in a way, in a way.
yeah, yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know. We don't
Maybe
know yet.
yeah. You don't fit for this event, but we've got this one coming up. Would you consider doing some work for us? That might
We
happen.
don't
Who
know.
knows?
We don't know.
Um,
I've
yeah,
seen people
exactly.
concerned and very worried about things that we still don't know,
Exactly,
and
and hopefully a
we
lot
have
of
to
those
wait.
questions will be answered in the new year. And we'll see how the compendium event goes. And I mean, there has always been little bits and pieces throughout the time. LSS has been learning with us. A cosplay competition is not the same as running a card competition. It has a lot more variables in a sense.
Absolutely.
You need
Absolutely.
to, yeah. I mean, it's
To
different.
try and open
Mm,
your mind a little bit and see
yeah,
the full picture, understand
yeah,
that this is also about
mm, exactly.
celebrating and being
And
together,
that's
participating.
what we're
This
here
is
for.
a we as you said, most of us have full-time jobs. It's not like we this is not for most of us, this is not a job at all. This is just
No,
something that we love and that we
yeah,
do because we're passionate about it. And
mm,
because of that also I refuse to feel sadness or frustration,
mm,
because of how this might be handled or not. We
yeah,
are not here for that. I'm here because I
yeah,
love it. I'm here to feel, joy
mm,
and share it with the people I love. And I
yeah,
consider
and
us very lucky to do so in any
yeah,
format that they might present it. It's the
and
list of
and yeah, and I'm reserving rights till we find out what's physically happening because we have a insight and then we're going to have some action and we'll see how we go. And
absolutely.
I'm
We can't wait for the
exactly,
form, right?
yeah,
I can't
that's
wait for a
fine.
form. Honestly, I want to see how that is also working, and
Yeah,
we
exactly.
can always make a new approach to this in some months maybe when we have
Yeah,
had a couple of examples and a couple of events where they
yeah,
have done
exactly. And I'm pretty
this
sure
already.
LSS will take things into consideration once there's been a few events, and we'll work out that they're not this. They've never been completely in concrete for the cosplay. See how it's evolved. We went from a tailor just for the winner to a tailor for 4 different people for the 4 different types of things that are highlighted. So they are malleable in some senses. So um, we they might decide to bring back something in the future. It's not set in.
Adamant. Yeah, it's not like set in stone. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Mm,
yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
we never know. We don't know. We don't know
we
whether
never know.
the main
We're
like
still doing
food for
sport.
thought here is we are still, yeah, exactly. We are still here. We are waiting to see how this turns
Yeah.
out, and we are happy that we get to see it
Yeah,
happening
we're happy that
in
we get to see
whichever
this
form
growth.
it is. Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
absolutely.
So we'll leave it there on a nice
Yeah.
positive thought. So everybody get out there, create, enjoy, engage in this game.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Um,
And see you
we'd
there,
love to see it.
everyone.
We see
Yes.
everyone there.
Yeah, we are we are
And
we are really expecting a lot of people like
yeah,
joining the cosplay event
and we will
in London.
continue to highlight cosplayers. So please like, share, follow, and
Absolutely,
we
subscribe,
will
hit that
continue to
button.
bring the cosplay community out in other
Thank you
forms
very
as well.
much,
Yeah,
Lynette.
and
Thank you
highlight
so much
everybody.
because everyone should know that this has been Lynette's idea, and she always does this for the community, like trying to come up with these forms of also sharing and celebrating. So thank you so
Yeah,
much.
thank you.
Bye.
Bye.